pristine. Nobody knew what was really coming out of there. Hell, we should have let the hurricane wash it ashore. Those roads down there need to be resurfaced. They say they want to rebuild New Orleans. Fill it in first. You don't look up at the river. That ought to be crocheted, framed, and sold at the Cracker Barrel. You don't look up at a river. Put some dirt in your faggy truck and take it to 'em. The way you find out if a word is feminine, it ends in an A. This here is a table. La Mesa ends in an A. So think of your vehicle. Does it end in an A? Then you're gay. You are too. What does Siegfried have in common with the tiger? They both know what Roy tastes like. Is that over the line? Well, damn it, let's find out where that line is. Why don't lesbians lose weight? You can't put Jenny Craig in your mouth with Mary Kay on your face. Is that over the line? Well, let's find out where it is. Why isn't there a Six Flags in Mexico City? Because you have to be that tall to ride the ride. I was in Boston and I spoke the truth. I said, why didn't Ted Kennedy mind dying of brain cancer? Because he wanted to have a hole in his head like his brothers. Is that over the line? Well, let's see where it is. What do lesbians do when they're on their period? They finger paint. Is that over the line? Yes, it is. Jesus went in a hotel and put 3 nails on the counter. He says, is that going to be enough to put me up for the night? Is that over the line? Why do the girls love Jesus? Because he was hung like that. Is that over the line? Not in America where freedom of speech. This is why I'm not on TV. I was on TV in 1980 on The Tonight Show, and I said, give the houses out by the airport to deaf people. They got phone calls. Somehow deaf people heard about it. They said, Gallagher, you can't be on TV. You're not sensitive to the needs of the handicapped. I said, I am too. That's why I use their parking spaces. Because they don't need that many. They never use more than 1 or 2. We give them 8, 10, 12, all the really close ones. I don't know why. It ain't like they got to walk. You're backing off on me. Because you haven't thought it out. Here's a wheelchair going down a ramp, building up a head of steam. Can they make a hairpin turn? No. Wheelchairs are wiping out because we haven't thought it out. We don't think anything out in America. There's telephone poles on the side of every damn highway. When you hit them, they don't move. People are killed every day by telephone poles. Nobody says, hey, maybe we shouldn't put them there. Because they've always done it. We've always been stupid, so why not continue? If you don't hit a telephone pole, there's a sidewalk. You can take out pedestrians. This is why the flying saucers don't land. They can smell stupid. They hover over our cities. And they look out the window and they see a traffic jam made of off-road vehicles. I'll give you a minute on that. I think I've been going too fast. This is why you're drinking, you know, because of all the confusion. Shut up! Will somebody stick a dick in her mouth? Is that over the line? How can you tell if a lesbian built your house? There's no studs, just a lot of tongue and groove. Is that over the line? I like you people. Maybe I'm a little pissed because of being 64 years old. And I asked God, why do you take my eyesight? Why do you take my testosterone? Why can't I poop? When you get to be 64, you don't look at the buffet and say, that looks good to eat. You say, can I poop that? Because men can't out and out grunt like you girls. You girls have a basket of muscles for carrying the baby, and you can push against that. If you've had a baby, ain't a turd giving you a problem. Turds don't have shoulders. Now that ought to be crocheted, framed, and sold at the Cracker Barrel. But men have a hole in our muscles where our oh, wait till I tell you about this. God made a part of a man's body that doesn't even operate at body temperature. The head of his workshop come running in at the beginning of time and said, what do you want us to do with these testicles? They don't work at 98.6 degrees. It's too hot. It's crinkling the sperm tails. God said, just hang them in a bag. Is that a good idea, men? No! It's not a good idea. Girls are laughing because they feel safe. There's nothing God could do to them that'd be similar, but he could have put your tits between your legs. He did it to the cow. Now you're backing off again. I'm going to teach you to think here tonight. You forgot how smart you are. God gave you a brain. God gave you two brains. He gave you a left brain wired to your right hand, a right brain wired to your left. He cross-wired you. And those wires rub up against each other till you get old. Then you have Alzheimer's and you can't remember where you live. Your wife knows this and says, why don't you go out and get some exercise? And never come home again. Because they want the house. That's why you ride a bike. That bitch has the house. Cottage cheese in a package.